Morty Smith, brand new character, just added to Multiversus, and you want to know how to play him. His neutral attack is a laser, and it has a cooldown on the first attack. So if you don't have any cooldowns on, I mean, just keep in mind, Morty has a lot of cooldowns. You shoot a laser that brings snakes up and down. And then once that cooldown is gone, you just shoot normal bullets to do a little bit of damage. His side attack is his 3-hit combo, which is 2 of his like those big fists into a hammer swing. And he can charge the hammer swing. Just keep in mind that the hammer swing is kind of hard to land every time because they can dodge out of it sometimes. So the only like promising moves are the first two hits that would always land. His down attack, he pulls out a plumbus, which is, if you haven't watched Rick and Morty, it's like a weird type of toy in the show. But in the game, he kind of has it on the floor and he can run into enemies. And it doesn't seem to have attack decay, which I'm not sure if it's a bug. It probably is. Yeah, just keep that in mind. His up attack is the snake move again. Now, if you already shot your like straight projectile, it won't have the snake. So the snake cooldown applies on both his up laser or his up beam and his side beam or whatever you want to call it. Just keep in mind though that his standing laser can't be charged, but his up laser can be charged. And if you charge it, the snakes are bigger, and then you can keep shooting up if you want. Now his aerial attacks. So his neutral air is the same thing as his ground air. His down air is his spike with the giant Morty fist or whatever. And then his up air is a flaming ring that he uses. It's a pretty good move. So his down spike and his up spike are pretty good. And then his side attack is a axe, and he can actually do this twice, kind of like Garnet's. If you use the first attack, you charge the second attack. You can charge both of those, which is also weird. So it's like a 2-hitting side attack, pretty much. Okay, now for his specials. His neutral special, he throws a grenade, and he can actually aim this up or down and charge it. His grenades are like the main part of his moveset. It doesn't stick to the opponent. It kind of just goes wherever you throw it. And it doesn't blow up until this long timer goes out. You can like hit it around and it'll move. It won't blow up until that timer goes out. Or if you shoot it. Morty's shot actually homes in on his grenades. So if I throw a grenade over there and then try to aim at Shaggy, he's going to turn and shoot it the other way. So you use them as like angled projectile pretty much. And it seems like once you shoot the grenade, it doesn't home in on them. It kind of just bounces. It kind of just goes straight. It's kind of hard to like know where it's gonna go after you shoot it. But like if you shoot it from while you're in the air, it'll kind of like bounce off the floor and make like a V shape. And then if you shoot it just like straight on, it'll kind of just go straight. See, it'll kind of just go in the direction you shot it. It won't home in on the opponent. It honestly should home in on the opponent, in my opinion, because I think Morty's overall kit is kind of weak. But that's not what we're here to talk about. So his down special does he puts a save point pretty much, and it's kind of like Tracer from Overwatch. If you know what I'm talking about. He just kind of teleports back to wherever he did that move, and you can either let it time out and it'll automatically do it for you, or you can teleport early to kind of bait out your opponent. And it also has a hitbox on that teleport back location, and wherever you teleported back from, it'll leave a stationary grenade, because that is a thing too. You can chain off on multiple grenades, like see how they'll all chain to each other. His side grounding special, you can move this around back and forth. After a certain amount of time, it'll force you to do the ground spike, but you can aim it. And keep in mind, they can also see where you're aiming it. His up special is very interesting. It summons Rick's spaceship just out of nowhere, and it'll just keep moving up. And it's really good for like trying to catch your opponent off guard. And you can even get like an early spike kill off of it. All right, now for his air specials. His air neutral special is the same as the ground, it's just the grenade. His side special in the air though, he sticks his head through a portal, and you can also aim where you do that portal. Now the first time you use it without a cooldown, it'll leave a bigger portal like in that spot. And it's meant for shooting through. So if you shoot through it, it goes farther and faster, even your grenades. And this works for everybody's projectiles. And on top of that, I feel like this is Morty's best recovery, because when he's sticking his head through the portal, he has armor, so you can actually kind of bait out your opponents. They'll try and go for a spike, they'll break your armor, but they won't move you around, and you can teleport behind them and spike them back. I actually have a clip of me doing that. If I can find it, I'll put it up. But it's actually it's a really good recovery move. His down special in the air is the same as the ground. It just does his time skip thing. His up special is the same. It just comes out of the ground. If you do it high up, I think it comes out of thin air. Yeah, it just comes out of thin air. So you can't do it all the way from the bottom of the stage. Yeah, that's it for all of his moves. I believe if you pass through a teammate, you give them a grenade. I think this is disabled online for right now. I think it's bugged, but it's supposed to work like if you pass through them, you'll give them a grenade and they can throw it the same way they throw LeBron's ball. Whichever direction they attack, it'll shoot the grenade out. You see all of the Morty cooldowns? It's like Morty will have a literal shopping list of cooldowns, which is why these are the perks I like to run. CoffeeZilla, for sure, like literally must have CoffeeZilla. He has like literally 10 million cooldowns. For his specials, I'm not really sure which one's the best. More than just a hammer, it's okay. I mean, it's not the best. It makes it so where he spins around with the hammer instead of just one swing, which is kind of like Finn's backpack, except if Finn's backpack was like complete dog shit. So that's what I like to use. I like to use this still a grenade perk, because it'll basically make your grenades way better. Their explosions are a lot larger, and if the longer you have them out, the bigger the explosion will end up being, which is really useful. Oh, and one thing that I forgot is that you can actually split your grenades with the ground attack move. And on top of that, if there's an enemy Morty and they're throwing grenades, you can actually turn their grenades into your grenades. Okay, see, look. You can basically steal Morty's grenades. Wait, before you guys click off the video, we need to let you know
there is not a lot of time left.
I made a bet with my friends saying that if I don't reach 1,000 subs by the end of the year,
we will have to delete the channel.
So please tell your siblings,
your parents,
your siblings,
your parents,
your pets,
your grandparents
to subscribe to Be Steady. Just click the red button, please. It's free.